This is Cadillac Unscripted on 107.9 CDY. Every week at this time on this station, we talk about fun things going on in the community. We talk with community leaders. We talk with people who are doing great things. And Katy, Huckle, my co-host on show number, I think this is 282.
Oh my
So 300
gracious.
is coming.
Unbelievable. We're going to give away a cake.
We're going to give away a cake in honor of show number 300.
That's right.
Okay, that's going to occur sometime, I think, in January.
Okay, so it's going to be a big reveal. It's going to be the launch of my newest Katy cake.
You have a new one you're making.
It's classified.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
All right.
this.
Not even I am allowed to know this?
You don't know. No.
Okay. All
You're
right.
in a rut with the cake you want all the time anyway. You're not going to,
We are, but yeah.
The chocolate cherry cake, which, by the way, sold at the county fair for the 4-H'ers at the livestock auction for $220.
Woo!
Listen,
That's awesome.
once you've had perfection, you don't need to try anything else.
He's buttering me up, ladies. He wants another cake. Two of Cadillac's busiest women.
Yes, we've got
They're
Beth,
overachievers.
Beth Miller and Marci Hensley, who their day jobs are with the Cadillac Area Chamber of Commerce and respectively the Wexford County, the Visitors Bureau, Cadillac Area Visitors Bureau. But they're taking off their hats from that duty to talk about the Cadillac Craft Beer Festival.
Ooh, when is it?
September 13th.
Okay, and how much money do you want to raise?
Oh, we want to raise a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most profitable.
Good.
So, I mean, we don't have a number in mind, but obviously we want to beat last year. So
Okay, so that would be what?
Well, I would say I think last year was coming in just under 40, so maybe
$1,000?
Yeah, maybe this year a little bit more.
That's nuts.
There's money in beer.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
So
There is.
this is how many years now? With the what annual? Are we over 10?
We're over
Oh,
10.
okay.
I think we're at like 14 or 15.
Okay.
It's hard because COVID kind of put a wrench in that a little bit.
It makes it hard to call it an annual
Right.
when there's
Correct.
yeah.
You missed that, yeah.
Took a little break and
Yeah.
then got back and then kind of have been with this committee, most of us at least, for
This is our 4th year.
4
Yep.
years.
Okay.
So what is the most fun thing about putting an event of this magnitude together? How would you answer that question?
All of the little pieces, like you just don't think about that, make it happen. And it's when you have a good crew working together, things like last week we were putting together furniture for Beer Fest at a storage unit at 6:00 at night in 80-degree weather. And we're like, what are we even doing? But all of those little tiny pieces, I think, add up. And then when you get there, it's pure chaos. And then looking back and be like, holy crap,
We did
look
all
at what
this.
we just
Look at what we did.
Look what we pulled
Yeah.
off.
Because it's little pieces of things that all came together, right?
Yeah.
And then when it's done, you get to review and debrief and think,
Correct.
wow.
But it's really about like the community and the people that are coming in from all over that you just don't think about.
Right.
Then they're like, oh yeah, we know that's coming and we're coming to Cadillac. And we're like, what?
So
Yeah.
where are we talking? I mean, are we talking people coming from adjacent states to attend this? What have you heard?
We've had them from like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Pretty much that's our targets for a lot of our visitors, but we do have a lot of those. I've had people that flew in, obviously visiting family, but they did come here to go to that as well while they were visiting. So, I mean, it's a wide variety. And then we have a bunch of locals, too. And it's always nice to see the mix and be able to see somebody that you might not have seen in a while or something like that. They're like, oh, perfect, you're here. Awesome.
Right, you get to catch up, reconnect.
Correct.
I feel like it's kind of a big reunion.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay, we're going to all see each other here. And it's so cool because there'll be like games and somebody will be playing Jenga. And there's 2 people that are at competition. And we have pictures literally of like 200 people standing around just watching this like Jenga game, you know? So it just is a great bring the community together.
Yes.
And all being able to just network and chat and catch up.
I've
Sounds
always
like, oh, go ahead.
Yep, I've always liked the time of the year that you have it because you're not concerned about it being overly cool yet. It's still summerish. in the middle of September. And was that by design all those years ago to have it at that time?
I mean, it's always been the last weekend in September, and this year we actually moved it up 2 weekends earlier. So we did that because it is homecoming, the end of September. So we have a lot of people on our committee that their families are all, they want to celebrate homecoming with their kids and stuff like that. So we did move it up 2 weeks. But I mean, it's always been in September. So, and that seems to fit really well with other festivals. We sometimes overlap other festivals in other communities, but for the most part, I think this year we're not hitting any of the local ones that are close.
And the view at that time with the leaves starting to change in our beautiful park, like that's like people see it and like it's like a little Hallmark park, Hallmark town, and that really makes them want to come back and like check out the color, and it kind of just ricochets from there.
Well, and in addition to that, this year it's a few weeks clear from the KISS celebration, which is something.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And we need to talk to your office about getting Jim Neff in here, because it's been suggested we've got to do that, because
we want to talk to Jim.
It's been absolutely impressive to watch all the businesses doing what they're doing to promote the 50th anniversary of one of the most famous events in Cadillac lore.
It is. Yeah. For first-timers coming to the Craft Beer Festival, describe the venue, the events, the schedule, the beers, that... if no one's ever gone, what can they expect?
So it is in downtown Cadillac. It is in our Cadillac Commons, which is our city park. So we kind of created it around the fountain there. So obviously you get great views of Lake Cadillac. This year's theme is Northern Views and Tasty Brews.
Oh, clever.
So, super cute. And we're kind of playing that up a little bit. But somebody that's never been there, they get to check out our awesome views as well as our park. The Shea is right there. It's right close to downtown. If they wanted, to go before the event and get something to drink or something to eat, it's within walking distance. There's lots of parking. It's just a really cool vibe down there as well. And then having everything set up and kind of, that creates it too. So
and you buy tickets, correct?
Correct.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, you buy tickets, and we have you can come early and get the VIP, so you get special brews and things are available for the VIP package, and you can kind of be the first to taste everything. If you volunteer, which we need over 200 volunteers for this. We
200. So you need 200. How many do you have at this point? Because this is the reason why we had you on.
Yes.
Not only to promote it, but to promote volunteerism.
So I think I'm at about 120 right now.
Okay.
So we are working actively on that. Our first shift is full. They're good. Everyone wants to do first shift. You do get a discounted ticket and you get a t-shirt. So there's some awesome perks with volunteering. But our second shift, which is from about 4 to 7:15, that needs to be filled, and then our last shift is 7:15 to 9:30, and then we also have a cleanup part, like kind of at the end of the night. Those are, of course, always the hardest because everybody wants to go and also enjoy, which we want that. Last year, we kind of had changed a little bit to target businesses who want to volunteer, and that was successful. And last year was our record-breaking year for volunteers, but we do have a few more brewers on the docket this year, so we need even more.
Right.
So like our last shift, we're targeting like nonprofits are going to actually do a little bit of a donation back if they get me so many volunteers. So we're heavily working on that, but it's a big one to pull off, and it cannot be done without the community helping.
So Beth, what would a volunteer's job function be for someone flirting with the idea?
Yeah.
So the most popular, of course, is the pourers.
Because
when you have the vendors come, they actually can't pour their own beer. They're there to talk to you and kind of talk you through their flavors and stuff. But we have to have people that pour. So we need, depending on the busy time, we need 2 to 3 people per brewer. And so we have a whole little video we send out, shows you how to do it. So you can pour, you can be a runner. We have We need front gate. We need
Yeah.
tokens. We need merchandise. We need volunteer check-in.
Oh,
Because
wow.
that's a whole
Sure.
battle in itself, getting those 200 volunteers in and out and their shirts signed up, and they have to have waivers and wristbanded. Everyone gets IDs. So depending on what your capability is, if you're just more of a person that needs to sit, or you can stand for a long time, or you prefer moving around,
Right.
we have all kinds of different roles. And we won't say no if you want to volunteer. Like if we have to cater a role for you, we'll make
Figure it
that
out.
happen.
We'll figure it
Look
out.
at those smiles.
Yeah.
You can tell they're having fun with this, Rich.
So, how many brewers are we talking about this year?
So currently we have 15 that have committed. Our goal is 20. So we have a few open spots. So there are some contracts that are out to different brewers across state, and so we'll hopefully be able to fill all 20 spots. But right now we have 15
Okay.
that are for sure incoming. So we're super excited about that. We still have a few weeks to work on a few more of them as well.
Okay.
I'm going to do a shout out to Josh Clark from
Yeah.
Clam Lake Brewery, who is in charge of our brewers and stuff this year. Has just done a phenomenal job getting them in and early and getting us flavors. Sometimes it takes a little bit for people to commit or do things. So that is phenomenal. We also are we have mocktails this
Yep.
year,
Smart.
which is new, but that's kind of like the new
It
trend because people want to go and enjoy the festival and are not necessarily, alcohol drinkers. So we wanted to have more options there. And as well as all of these vendors coming in are local, they're Michigan, they're, we've got partnerships or haven't maybe experienced it. So they're very curated too for the experience.
Yeah, and there are, like she said, like the non-alcoholic beverages are really popular right now. So we do have some of those options too, for people that do want to come and still enjoy the festival but don't want to drink. There are lots of options for you.
Fun.
So we really kind of played on that one too, and really went after that market because that is something that has been new in the last couple of years, and it's really evolving. So just having the different selections and catering to different type of people and what they're kind of asking for.
Right.
I mean, craft beer has been evolving and it's been a big trend, and then you're seeing a lot of ciders, and then now you're seeing the non-alcoholic as well. So yeah, just having options for people. And we have a DD ticket that is non-alcoholic as well, and you do get tokens with that as 2 and a glass. That's new this year. So just
Smart.
kind of catering to that need. So even if you want to be a designated driver, you can still
Right.
get tokens to the non-alcoholic options too.
Great. How do people volunteer? How do they get a hold of you ladies?
Yeah. So they can reach out to either one of us by email, or they can go on to ccbeerfest.com.
Okay.
And they can either hit the sign up on the volunteer tab, and then it goes right into the portal where you can see all the different options.
Okay.
Beth has been really good at making sure that that's updated. The times are there, what needs we need. Or like I said, you can go on our Facebook page, which is CC Beer Fest 2, and there's lots of posts and different things like that you can sign up and like the page too. That way you're getting updates
Sure.
on what's going on, who is going to be there this year. We have a great lineup on bands that is going to be here as well.
We hadn't covered music yet. We've
Let's
talked
talk
about the
about it.
brews and the brewers, just not the music.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So we've got Matt Gabriel is playing from 3:30 to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And then we've got 1,000 Watt Profits
Okay.
from 5:30 to 7. And
Shout
then-
out to Denny Richards on that one. Yep.
And then we have the Charlie Millard Band from 7:30 to 9, and Go Forward concerts. Of course, Paul Brown is phenomenal every year in lining up our. I mean, he does it like a year in advance.
Yeah.
Gets it locked in. He knows his music. He knows his local. Like, we can't say enough phenomenal things. It wouldn't happen without his expertise in drawing in these. I mean, that's part of the draw too.
And you have to get bands like this well in advance because
Right.
they're
Yeah.
busy people.
They
right?
are, and they're especially while the weather is still nice. Everybody wants them playing out on their patios and their restaurants and golf courses and things like that. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people will choose a certain place for dinner or cocktails or whatever, because they're going to have live music. And this is when they make their money.
Yeah. And Marci had mentioned our Facebook page. And so I do want to say Danielle Renwick with Charmello, and then Christina Allier with Artify Marketing have been doing all of our marketing and graphics and things for this event. And so they have posts going out every day on the Facebook page telling you what food trucks are going to be there and about the musicians and about the volunteers and the sponsors. And so
let's talk about the food trucks.
Yeah.
Who's coming?
Yeah, so we have some new ones this year. Just to kind of give you a rundown on that, we have, I just blanked. So Little Betty's Brats will be there again. They came in years past. The Toasted Pineapple, they are a new one. They do pretzels.
Pretzels and all kinds of dips, like what you want when you drink beer.
Oh,
have a little
salty.
snacks. Yeah. You know how everybody's coming? I don't know if you guys have seen this. Total side note, I'm squirreling for a minute. But one of the cool things is everyone makes these like pretzel necklaces. They make snack necklaces.
What?
Like
they do?
when they go to beer festivals. Like
so
pictures.
it hangs from your neck and you actually physically eat the pretzel.
Yeah, it's like a thing. So we're like, how do we cater to these people that are like, that's a brilliant idea. But yes, there's some pictures in years past of people that there's a group that make their own every year. Yeah, and so we needed pretzels.
Yes. Baron Barbecue is another one. They're local here in Cadillac. Cosmic Kitchen, they do different grilled cheeses. And then Melissa Dessert Wagon. So we'll have desserts there, which that is a whole new thing this year as well, because obviously desserts go really well with beer, and everybody's always snacky at the end, right? So those are our 5 different food trucks. So we have lots of options. So we're really excited to have them all here and the variety. Right?
Well, it sounds like you've got the appetizer and then the main course choice and then the dessert.
That's right.
I love it.
They're covered.
Variety.
They're covered. The other thing I'm noticing here is you've got quite a talented team of folks. Yeah. So, when Paul Brown picks up the phone and calls a musician, they're going to pick up the phone because they know that it's Paul, because Paul makes things happen. Well, then you've got your beer guy at Clam Lake. Everybody respects his beer and his brew. I mean, that has also become, in northern Michigan, a destination restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And so I'm sure when that guy picks up the phone and calls, the person on the other end is probably flattered to be asked by him because he knows his beer. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like the stars are aligning for you guys, and through a lot of hard work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We have a phenomenal team. We've got Jessica Monroe. We've got Matt Thrall, who works for the city too, and then spends his off time hauling. He's our labor. We've got Stephen and Lisa Williams. Thank you. Drop links on their last name. Miranda Gruno. So we have a phenomenal team. I'm trying to think who else I'm missing there.
Kathy Crest. She's at Avon. She does all of our sponsorships. She's amazing at finding sponsors. We have, Wexford Community Credit Union is our presenting sponsor, so we really appreciate that. So they are our VIP sponsorship level.
That is, and I will tell you, that is extraordinarily generous of them because they've got all kinds of remodeling going on.
I know. Oh,
yeah. Places torn apart, and it's been unbelievable that they've been able to stay open through everything that they're doing to that building.
And
so
they're
way to go,
also
Julie.
Great. There are a couple of them are help leading our efforts in the volunteer tent too for check-in, and just can't say enough great things about them. We also just learned that Highfield Boats is going to donate a couple big prizes again for our volunteers. So anyone that volunteers, they will get their name in a drawing. And we also host a crazy after party a couple weeks later just to appreciate them. So cheers for beers. Yes. Cheers for volunteers.
Cheers for volunteers.
For beers.
Yes.
So, question, where does the money, the proceeds, where does it go?
So, every year we kind of pick a different group to kind of sponsor the money to go to. So last year we did Jam and Bread.
Yes.
And so that went back to programming for different youth programs.
Wonderful.
That Marla Courtney has put together. And then this year we are actually doing Up North Arts, a youth sponsorship for some of their programs as well.
Okay.
So that pays for some of the youth to go in and be able to have a scholarship with them to be able to do different programs and art classes and stuff like that they might not be able to afford. So we're really excited to partner with Up North Arts and their youth program this year. We also have done the Jerome Show last year for Christmas. We've given money for different things here and there. We're always open for other ways to give money out. We've kind of, since COVID hit, we kind of started from zero.
Right.
So, we give out money and we're trying to put it back into the community as well.
How does a nonprofit who it might be interested in being a beneficiary of the 2026 Cadillac Craft Beer Festival express that interest?
I would say they just reach out to us. I'm working on having more of a program set in place now that we are, this is becoming a thing. People like to donate to that type of stuff to give back to our youth. And it doesn't have to just be youth. It's just the last 2 years it's been about the kids. But, I mean, we're always open to, finding new people to donate to. And, I know we've done it for the Downtown Dollars, too, in years past.
And also a lot of the little events have benefited, like banners for supporting like Freedom Festival, or if some of the different nonprofits and events needed little things, they could come through. And there's been like, mini grants essentially, as you will, that have paid for. I know, but for years, all of the craft beer festival has always gone back into lights for downtown or different things to go right back to the community.
Different things like that. Yeah. The other thing is like we've, in years past too, like we have done, give backs, different things like that, as well as, I just blanked on everything I was going to say.
Oh, that's okay.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, we try to give back, and I would say just reach out to us. I remember now.
Okay.
So like we have helped other small events with, like, we've loaned out tents for things. The Cadillac West is going to use like our fencing. So like that's other things that we've, kind of gave back to different events in town too, as tangible things as well. So
these two are collaborators, Rich, and in their day job, they're known for their collaboration. But I can see that manifesting itself in the things that you do after hours too, because you guys know a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
we
I don't
always
know.
know a guy.
And that's
random text at 8:00 at night. Can you find this? Somebody. Hang on, I know a guy.
Yep.
Well, it is interesting because, we've talked about with other, nonprofit representatives on this program before, that I know I moved here in 2007, and I know for the first few years I was here, there is not nearly, or was not nearly, the amount of collaboration that goes on between organizations that happens now.
It is.
And you're better when you work together, right?
It's so true. And also, I think with these two ladies, they're not asking anyone to do something that they wouldn't do themselves. And that is the definition of leadership, is, okay, I'm going to lead by example, not by talking, but by doing.
No, I do think that's huge, because I think Rich, it was a few months ago or something, he said that I was hard to say no to or something, but usually, we're rolling up the sleeves next to you. So if we're calling in and saying, hey, it's because we probably went and rolled up our sleeves next to them for one of their events or initiatives or something too. So, and that makes a huge difference, right?
It does.
Oh, it does.
So.
And again, exposing kids to different art mediums. We're learning more and more about getting kids into the trades or into a passion that could turn into a career younger, so there isn't that pressure to go into debt and go to college. There are other ways to make a living, and I feel like when you enrich a child by showing them something that they've never seen before, their world expands, and then they're ready to try the next new thing, and they're not afraid to step out of their comfort zone, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. In a perfect world, so last year was 40,000. In a perfect world, how much would you raise, and how many people outside of your volunteers, how many people would attend if Beth and Marci pull this off?
Well, Beth and Marci and a whole lot of other people.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to
Correct.
clarify that
Okay.
just because we do not do it alone
Nope.
Okay.
at all.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without the army we have behind us, and they all work very hard in their own full-time jobs, and then taking this on as well. So we
Even
can't say thank you enough to them.
and people like Lindsay Westorp who have been behind the screens on the computer and stuff for, I mean, I don't even know.
Since it
She's
started, I
probably,
think.
been there since the dawn of time. So, I don't know. It's so hard to say. It's so great. I mean, I think the goal, obviously we love to reach over 2,000, but you have to have that sweet spot number. So
Right.
it's one of those things that you don't necessarily want to get too big because you like fitting them all in the park and things like that too. So
Yeah. I would say between 12 and 1,500 people is kind of that spot where you can still walk around, you can still enjoy everything, you're not cramped in there. I think that's kind of obviously we've had 1,800 in years past, and that was great. I think between 13 and 1,500 people is kind of that sweet spot that she's talking about. Obviously we always want to hit the higher numbers because it just is amazing for the community and so on, and we see our hard work. But I think that's kind of in my opinion, that's manageable. Once you get up to that 18 to 2,000, that's a lot of people to make sure are not, going haywire or
and
anything
security
like that. Yeah, and we have a great security team. We hired somebody to come in and do our security, just to make sure that everything was good.
Yeah.
So I mean, we try to cover all of our bases on, we need to have this, we need to have that, we need to have crowd control. So I mean.
And when we sit down every year to talk about our goals, I'm going to be honest, like having beating attendance or beating our income has actually really not been one of them. It's what is the experience? What did we miss last year that we can figure out this year? Do we need different foods? Do we need more brewers? Do we need to set different expectations that they need to bring more because they ran out too early?
Right.
So it's just more about curating, I think, that experience and how well, and that it's a destination event versus how much more money we can make. I guess,
I see. I think that's
agree.
Great quality, not quantity.
Yep.
How many days have you been involved in, Beth, so far?
This is 4.
This is your 4th.
Yeah,
This is
that's
my
my
fourth,
4th.
too.
But were you there as an attender previously?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so in your memory, how many were wet and how many had perfect weather?
Oh, I think probably more wet than perfect. We always talk about that when we talk about merchandise, because on the years that are nice, we don't really sell merchandise.
Sure.
But then on the odd, ones where it's rainy and stuff, we do. But but then it just doesn't stop. I mean, it still is a vibe. I love a good rainy fall day, but and we've got the tents more crowded under there, but
Yeah.
it's like art festival. I think that there's been 2 nice ones and the rest are rainy.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm excited about all your different brewers because we know that people get in a rut with beer, right? I mean, we've seen people walk into a restaurant and the waitress brings them the same thing every time. They don't even have to order it. Yeah. This is a chance to explore.
Yep.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And there's lots of options. There's tons of options for everyone. If you don't like beer, there's mixed drinks. There's, different things like that. Chunky Bear has their coffee drinks. Bo Right has their whiskey drinks. Like I said, mocktails, ciders. So, I mean, we try to have it for everybody.
Right. There's something for everyone at this thing. I mean, I don't think you're overselling it. That's right. That's right.
Where are folks going to find out more about it, about the festival itself, and how they can fill out your volunteer ranks?
Yes.
Yeah.
ccbeerfest.com, or follow us on Cadillac Craft Beer Festival 2025 on Facebook.
Support these folks, guys. They just, you'll have fun volunteering. You won't even know that you're working because you're going to have so much fun. But it does take a village. And so get a hold of these ladies and throw your hat in the ring and volunteer. And we promise it'll be a good time. Thank you so much for your work on this.
Thank you.
One more time, the date.
It's September 13th.
But they need volunteers, everybody.
Yes.
Like I said, support this dream team.
Beth Miller and Marci Hensley representing the Cadillac Craft Beer Festival. Thank you again, ladies.
Thank you.
Join us next week for more local chat on Cadillac Unscripted, sponsored by Independent Bank on 107.9 CDY.